Okay, so you want to get up to speed, get the core info quickly. Today, we're doing a deep dive into something pretty unsettling, actually. True stories about Airbnb rentals.
Hmm.
We're looking at the source, the Airbnb nightmare. 3 true stories of rental horrors. And the idea is simple. Pull out the key stuff, the surprising bits, so you get a fast handle on, well, the potential dark side of these days.
Exactly, and there's quite a bit to unpack there.
Yeah, we've got, let's see, a honeymoon nightmare with hidden cameras, a deserted farmhouse that gets weird, and an attic in Paris with some unexplained activity, all supposedly true stories.
Right, and they really highlight vulnerabilities you might not think about. Let's start with that honeymoon. Brooklyn, 2015.
Okay.
So you have this couple just married, and the host, Gary. The description mentions a smile that doesn't reach his eyes.
Ooh, that's immediately a bit creepy, isn't it? Gives you a weird feeling.
It does, and that feeling, well, it turned out to be spot on. The husband starts noticing things, like a little blinking light, first in a smoke detector.
Uh-huh. Not normal.
Not normal at all. Then another one in a clock. And it turns out the place was just littered with hidden cameras, disguised.
Dozens, the source says. Dozens. What does that even suggest? I mean, the scale of it.
It suggests this wasn't impulsive. It was planned, extensive, a serious violation. And get this, when the police showed up, they found Gary locked in another room, actually watching the live feed.
No way. He was actively monitoring them.
Actively. And when they arrested him, his comment was apparently, "You ruined the fun."
That just speaks volumes, doesn't it? Zero empathy. Just disturbing.
Totally. It really underlines that potential for, exploitation.
Okay, let's shift gears. Story 2. A different kind of unsettling. A farm stay, 2012, supposed to be charming.
Right. But the reality was different. The person gets there, finds like rotting food in the fridge, the chicken coop's empty, the host is nowhere to be found. Just neglect.
That immediate sense of something's wrong here, even before anything truly scary.
Exactly. But then it escalates. The place feels deserted, which is unnerving enough. But then comes this knocking.
Ah, the knocking.
Rhythmic, consistent knocking. But there's no one there when they look. It goes from just feeling abandoned to feeling, well, watched or targeted by something.
And the source adds that later, the traveler found out the family who owned it had actually vanished months before.
Vanished.
Yeah.
So who, or maybe what, was doing the knocking? It leaves this huge question mark. And there was apparently a figure seen sprinting away into the trees later on, too.
Just layers of strange. Okay, third story. Paris, 2018. And someone gets stuck with the attic bedroom.
The least desirable room probably felt a bit isolated already.
Right, and that isolation gets terrifying when, at like 4 a.m., they hear footsteps coming up the stairs.
Then the doorknob starts twisting.
Oh, chills, just imagining that. And a shadow under the door.
A shadow right there in the doorway. It's that ultimate violation of your safe space when you're traveling. Thankfully, the person managed to get out of there.
But here's the really weird kicker. Later, they find the main front door of the whole apartment just wide open.
Wide open. But no sign anyone broke in, nothing disturbed up in the attic room itself. The friends apparently brushed it off, but still.
But why was it open? What does that imply? Could someone have already been inside? Or had a key? It just raises so many security questions about shared spaces.
It really does. It leaves that nagging doubt. So you have these 3 completely different situations, but the source suggests the people involved learned a similar chilling lesson. What's the main takeaway for you?
I think it really just hammers home vigilance, You've got to read those reviews, like really read them, look for any weird patterns.
Yeah, not just the 5-star ones.
Exactly. And maybe actually check the smoke detectors, things like that. Seems obvious, but maybe not. And trust your gut. If the host seems off, like that smile, maybe listen to that feeling.
That instinct. The source sums it up. Read the reviews, check the smoke detectors, and if the host's smile doesn't reach their eyes, run.
Pretty blunt advice.
It is. But these stories really make you think about awareness. We share spaces so easily now.
Yeah. So the final thought maybe is, in this world of shared rentals and strangers' homes, how can you ever be completely sure who or what might be just on the other side of that door?
Leaves you wondering, doesn't it?
Definitely something to keep in mind for the next trip.